Hey guys, welcome back to Shop Life. Today I'm going to do a product review on this Eonon E46, the double DIN system that they have. It's pretty much a ripoff of the Dynavin, and this specific system is going into Ricky's car. He bought it for his car, and I'm just going to do a product review and help him install it as well. So let's go and unbox it first and see what all it comes with. Alright, so we got this off of eBay. I think it was like $300. It did come in another box, but we didn't want to show all that, so here it is. This is how it's packaged. And here's the first bag. Looks like they also threw in an 8 gig micro SD card. Oh, these are the wiring harnesses. Here's the actual system itself. It actually looks pretty good. Well, I think that micro SD card is probably for the GPS. So it probably has all the maps and everything loaded on there. We'll check that once we plug it in. And that says take out the screw before installing. So it looks like it just fits into that top section, and then you just have to relocate the HVAC module. And you should be good. And I guess there's some more wiring. There's also a remote. This is a microphone for Bluetooth and any other voice activated commands. Here's the remote. Here's the serial number, and then here's their user manual in a bunch of different languages. Then here's some Velcro, and I guess here's the GPS antenna and a screw. So that they pretty much gave us everything we need, all the wires and everything. It hooks up to the factory harness, and you might have to solder some stuff. Once I start installing it, I'll keep you guys updated. Alright, so now we're in Ricky's car. We're gonna be installing it right here. As you can see, we already popped off the HVAC module right here, and we put it down here. We haven't used any kits, it's just loose in there, but actually fits pretty snug. And now he's actually missing the little plastic container piece that goes right here. Yeah, he used to have a different system here, so he had taken off to put it for that. We're not gonna need it because it's just gonna hold up here. So we're just not gonna put that in. Besides that, so here's the factory connector. Ricky also has subwoofers, which is why he has these extras. If you don't have subwoofers, it's pretty much direct plug and play. And if you do have subwoofers, you just have to add an extra wire. So what we're gonna do first is we have a GPS antenna. So we're gonna have to figure out where do we wanna put this, and we're gonna have to route that in there. And then we also have the mic for the hands-free calling and stuff. So he wants the mic up here somewhere. So for right now, we're just gonna leave it alone. And the GPS, we're just gonna route it through the glove box, and then we're gonna bring it all the way up here, and we're gonna stick it somewhere in this corner. So we just finished routing the GPS and the microphone. The way we routed it was we went through the intersection from right here, went right straight to the footwell, ran all the way across from underneath the glove box, and then got into this weather strip, followed it all the way up, tucked it underneath this pillar, got it through here, then crossed over right here, and then tucked it on this side of the headliner. And now it just goes all the way across from up here, and we're gonna glue it right here, right next to the mirror, so that way you can't even tell. And they include like a little Velcro strip. That's what we're gonna use. And for the mic, what we did was we went underneath the footwell on the driver's side, from this corner right here, went straight down underneath that black panel, so we just let it lay right there, went all the way to the weather strip on that side, went all the way up the weather strip, and then just crossed over right here, and then hooked it up with the clip right there. So that's the mic. So this is for the mic right here, and this one is for the GPS. As you can see, you still have a lot of wire left for the GPS, so if you needed to route it somewhere else, you could. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna hook up the harness first, and then I'll show you how to hook up the actual radio itself. So they gave us two harnesses, one for the E39, one for the E46. We're obviously in the E46, so that's what we're gonna use. So we have this power antenna cable for the sub, and we have this right here pretty much that goes straight into the factory harness, and this part goes into the new radio. So let's go ahead and hook this up first. All right, so that's plugged in. Now once we have that plugged in, since he has subs, we're gonna go ahead and hook up the subs. So you have to use this power antenna wire and get that in here, and then we're just gonna crimp it. Once you have that crimp, just make sure it's tight. Now this is hooked up. So now all we have left is the mic, the GPS, and his subs. So we're gonna go ahead and do that now. It tells you where to hook up the mic. This is for like I think a TV antenna or something, or probably the rear view camera, one of those. That's for the aftermarket antenna, and we're using this harness since he has a subwoofer. So we're going to use the 2 green connectors and hook up to the subs, and the other connector goes right here, and the GPS is on the top. So let's go ahead and hook all that up. Now we're just going to try to tuck as much of these wires on the bottom section. As you can see, it's empty right here. So we're going to go ahead and pop this off. It's going to be held in with 2 screws, 2 Phillips. His are already taken out. Alright, so once you have that hooked up, now we're going to go ahead and put this back in. Now you can go ahead and put the screws all back in. Alright, so he doesn't have the little container on the bottom, otherwise you would put 2 more screws right here. The container would have 2 screws down here and 2 screws up there, and this will screw into there. Alright, so now let's put the trim back on. Alright, so the only problem I see with that is since it is black, that Velcro was black too, it might heat up and fall out. Besides that, everything else is hooked up. Let's see how it works.
Okay. Get the little BMW logo.
Bro. And then you can hear it. Whoa. Now you've got all the features on here, like you've got Bluetooth, GPS, you can hook up a rear view camera, you can watch TV on here, you can play DVDs, pretty much everything is available on here. So, and even your steering wheel controls will work, your factory controls will work without having any additional little devices. You can hook up with SD card or a USB, and you can hook up like USB drives and stuff like that as well. And even the steering wheel controls for the Bluetooth and everything actually works. So like if you press the Bluetooth button on here, you'll see it'll pop up on there. So now you can hook up your phone through Bluetooth, you can call off of here and everything, and then the mic is up there, so whenever you call, pick up your voice from up there. So it's actually a really clean system. I mean, he's gonna be using it every day, so if he has any bugs or whatever, he'll let me know and I'll update you guys with it.
What's the night mode?
Overall, the unit is great. Everything works as it's supposed to. GPS and everything was activated just by activating that SD card. Everything works just as you would expect it to. I think it's a really, really good deal, especially if you get it for $299, which I think there's a special on eBay right now for it. You can even hook up a backup camera, you can hook up satellite TV and stuff like that with added accessories. And they do include the antenna and everything that you need to put it in your E46. So if you buy it, everything's ready to go. You don't need to add anything else. The mic and all of that stuff does work properly. The GPS is very receptive and it's very active with the steering controls and everything. So thank you guys for watching, and let me know if you guys have any questions about the unit in specific. I can take extra pictures and stuff like that if you guys need me to. And as soon as Ricky has used it all for about a month or so, we'll check back with him and see what he thinks about the unit and if everything is still okay. Thank you guys for watching.